Oh, nice.
Yeah, because they're looking for like a venue to hold it this month.
Oh, okay, cool.
My friend's the promoter, so.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. So, what did you want to work on this week?
So I pretty much practiced "Sucker for Pain" and that other song like all week,
Okay.
and then I did like you said, and I made the last line of the song. You know, in the end of the second verse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We spent a whole lot of time on that line. Would you come up with it? Would you come up with it? Yeah.
Let's see here. So here's the original.
Did you change it a lot or not that much?
I made it into one longer line, kind of.
Okay, nice.
That's the revised one.
Alright, let me see. Hold on, let me put my glasses on. And this was to a G-Eazy song, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. I think that could work well. Like, that's cool. Take what I want and finish what I started. I'll become an artist. It all starts with this grinding time, rhymes, flows, and lines while driving down the city sky. It's telling me rhymes. So, like, how long is that last sentence? Probably almost like 2 bars or somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so, well, for, alright, let me just make sure I got this right. So, for Sucker for Pain, you were really only working on delivery, right? Not actually writing it?
Yeah, I didn't have much writing time this week. It was, we did practice quite a bit, though. Like, my friend, we basically sat down and worked out the drums for both songs and,
Yeah.
the, bass guitar as well.
Oh, did you? Okay, nice. Okay, so for Sucker for Pain, so y'all are gonna do this live, right?
Well, for both ones, actually.
Yeah. But Sucker for Pain, you're gonna do it live?
I mean, hopefully. It depends on,
who you get together?
When singers come back to town, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, though. That's a good idea, yeah. Was there... I mean, from what I remember, there was a good amount to work with in the song itself, right? Or did you guys have to add the instrument parts to the song?
Well, for, like, pretty much all the songs we tried out, my friend was like, yeah, I can add drums to this in a way it's not too much.
Yeah.
And same for, like, the bass. You know, we tried guitar, that was, like, it was a little bit off, but the bass lines were pretty solid.
Okay, cool. So did you guys make up your own parts, or did you just copy what was in the song?
We made up our own parts to add to what was in the song. So, like, I told him, like, for most of the time, we'll, like, transpose the whole song.
Yeah.
Redo it in instruments. But for this one, I think we'll just take this instrumental and then add drums to it, because it already has drums. So
okay.
It's just going to make the line a little bit more complex.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And so then for the G-Eazy song, you pretty much did the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So do you want to... so which do you want to start with? Do you want to wrap up Sucker for Pain and just go over your delivery for that? Or do you want to start with this one?
Let's start with this one.
Okay.
No this thing right now.
Yeah.
See if I can send you the file I recorded, because that one
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And did you end it like I suggested, like going into like a talking flow?
Yeah, I tried out a bunch of different ways, and I think what sounded the best was talking for ACT is Prime, and then keeping the rest kind of rappy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Do you just want to send me the file and I'll check it out?
Yeah, just trying to find it right now.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, and can I have all the lyrics too?
Sure.
And you didn't write a second verse, did you? You just have the first and third, right?
Yeah, well, for Cycle for Pain, it's just one verse. The other one is two. I think I'm going to keep that one at two.
Oh, okay, you didn't want to add one in between? Because I thought that's what you said you wanted to do last time.
There's a third verse that's quite short, like a half verse at the very end.
So you're just going to drop that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. That's straight, though.
Okay, I can send over the lyrics now.
Oh, did you email it to me?
I'm just going to copy-paste.
Okay. Oh, because I didn't get the file either.
Oh, I just found the file and it's a video. I'm not sure if I can send it over this program.
You can email it to me if you want.
What's the max for email? Is it like
25 megabytes is Gmail. I don't know what the max is for Skype though.
5 megabytes. Okay. Let's make sure.
Oh, on Skype it's 300 megabytes, so.
Oh shit, okay.
You want to try it that way?
Yeah. I'll send this one. I'm just trying to make sure this is not the one where we were doing the instruments.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one in a sound file here. By the way, could you hear this? I'm just gonna play something.
Okay.
I changed my settings.
Yeah.
So you should be able to hear my stuff. Nothing?
Nah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so basically it'll put the sound through into the recordings, but not into Skype.
Alright, oh.
I think it's a Skype thing.
Yeah.
It's just me, myself, and I won't even
I know that you want it. Wanting in life for that moment, I know you got something. Trying and striving and writing, I know I want something too. Grinding all night and I'm dying, I do what I gotta do. Ashes to dust, and I'll be forgotten too. With a song without a singer, words without a reader, rap with no middle fingers. Started it slow, but I'm here to linger, I'm here to deliver delivery signature. These soul distributor, breaking the similar, spark up the cylinders. Yeah.
It's just me, myself, and I. Solo rock, got the hold. I got the except the beat that's in my heart. Yeah, it's keeping me alive. I don't need anything to make me satisfied. Cause the music does me good, and it gets me every time.
So who really has it? My parents, my friends, my family to blame, it was a habit. Instead of just picking up steam and then climbing to the summit. Now hitting the pavement one day, hell I swear I'ma run it. Till then elevated, I'll feel so elated, I'll watch the track is plumbing. Keeping it 100. Taking what I want to finish what I started, I'll become an artist. It all starts with this ride of time, riding flowing lines while driving down to see the sky. It's only me, by myself and I. ACT is prime. Yeah.
just me, myself,
Yeah, that's really good, man. Yeah, and like, yeah, that's a really good place to start from. You know, and I'm not just saying that. I had a couple thoughts. Well, first, that pause between the first chorus. What's up with that?
First chorus pause? Which one?
Yeah, like right here.
Trying to do what they now can work with aperture. These so distributed. The similar spark of the cylinders. Yeah.
I mean, just to me, that's like that's like way too long a pause. You know, were you gonna fill that in, or did you want that to like be an effect?
I was kind of thinking like maybe an echo. I'm not really sure. I have to hear it first.
Yeah, you're saying the producer would take your last line and echo that around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, like I think that could work. Yeah, I was just kind of puzzled by it. No, yeah, if you want.
I write it in just for like. I should have a version where I write it in for anything live. So.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good call. No, that's a real good idea. But yeah, that's true. You know, and they are But and correct me if I'm wrong, but you haven't. That doesn't really seem to be a big part of your rap, right? Is like heavily processing your voice through production techniques, or am I wrong on that?
I was really against it before. Now,
Yeah.
not so much. Yeah, if someone can do a good job, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. No,
it's just like some people will tell you, oh yeah, you know, you need some auto tune in there and whatever, and I'm like. Not the specific sound, but I wouldn't mind some reverb and...
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, well, like, pretty much every song you have is gonna have all of those really fundamental mixing techniques on your voice, like reverb, spreads, direction mixing, and actually, I started, another student started paying me to produce his, songs. He's like a guitar and voice guy, so my producing job there is different, and he's paying me to do one of his songs for $50. But if you ever wanted me to do that for you too, I could show you some cool, real quick stuff, and you wouldn't have to pay me for it, because I if you wanted to like to do a full song or something, you could. But I'm just saying, if you ever wanted me just to show you the possibilities of what's possible, I would do that for free too, because I just like there's a certain group of rappers who write their raps knowing that the producer will do things like that. And I get the feeling, well, I know that they do it, and we'll get back to your song in a second, but I know that they do that. They write their raps in such a way so that the producer can take advantage of them. So, like, what they do is they do exactly what you did. They leave a lot of space in there. And they might not, but a necessary thing to write in the style, and I'm thinking of, like, some Big Sean songs, a lot of Busta Rhymes songs, and Nicki Minaj definitely. Like you did, like you got to leave space in there, you know, so the producer can kind of come in. So if you ever wanted to follow up more on that, like style or trend in your rap, I definitely could go on about that and how to do it for like hours, because I've talked to other students about it too. But yeah, that's a good thing. Like you said though, if you got a live one, you might want to rewrite it, because I know a lot of artists have their live version of a song and then their studio version of a song that replaces all of those studio things that you can't do in the live version. And even like the Roots, one of my favorite songs of all time is this Roots song where they blend together 3 songs in a live improv medley that they did for BBC. And Black Thought actually has different raps for the whole thing to take out all of his curse words and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want
to wrote this without curse words on purpose.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting exercise, man, because even, like, I can tell you that the Nappy Roots record, you never listened to Nappy Roots, did you?
No, not really.
Okay, do you know, so you wouldn't recognize the song Oh No? I mean, it's old, man, and it's like, hold on, let me play it real quick.
That's the most deaf one, right?
No, you know this?
Hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it. Oh, hell no, man. Y'all done up and
No. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's old. It must be like 1990. Oh, God, I don't know, man. What's it? Hold on. Watermelon. No, shit. Watermelon chicken and grits, right? Yeah, no, but they, I mean, you can tell that that's part of their style. Like, they don't see it, 2002. They don't see it as something that, like, inhibits their artistic creativity. Because both of their first two albums, oh, no. I wonder what the fucking... Because they don't curse, and they don't say the N-word either. So I don't even know what they got the parental advisory sticker for. But between that and their first album, they really have no curse words. Wait, so why'd you write it without curse words?
Well, I felt like it didn't really match the tone of the song. But in general, like, I think that it's more of a crutch for a lot of people.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, dude, because all you need to know is that, like, oh yeah, for tons of people it's a crutch, man. Because, like, when you need 4 syllables, what word do you put in but motherfucking? When you need to put 2 syllables, you put fucking. If you need 3 syllables, you do motherfucking. It's like, come on, guy. And like, if you need, like, 1, bitch, shit, you know, it's like, yeah, no. So I'm totally down with that. Dude, you could even write, like, a song about that. About how people use it as a crutch, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is a versatile word.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, what was I gonna say about? That it doesn't fit the tone of the song. I think that's really right. I think that's a really deeper artistic insight than like you might give it, might be giving it credit for. Because all the time it's like, I can, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just hard to do in rap, because rappers are so aggressive by their very nature, but, more often...
Like, G-Eazy doesn't write any swear words into this song, but he swears in a lot of other songs.
Really? Yeah, but he, that's interesting, because he, I don't know, like, for some people, I get the sense that it's like their, what would you say, like their branding. Like Will Smith, dude. What do they say? I mean, what's Eminem's famous line about Will Smith, right? Will Smith doesn't have to cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do, so fuck him and fuck you too. You know, it's like some people, like Will Smith, it's definitely a branding thing. Like G-Eazy doesn't seem like quite the Will Smith type. But yeah, the Roots were really on top of it. And then there's something called like the Dino 5, and they're like rappers for kids. Yeah. Yeah. They made a concept album for children. It's some pretty heavy hitters, man. Prince Paul, Charlie Tuna, Scratch from the Roots, Wordsworth, Ladybug Mecca.
I know Charlie Tuna. I had no idea he did kid stuff.
Oh, yeah. Their album...
the last time I saw him, he was doing epic rap battles of history.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did an episode where he played one of the famous... people.
Yeah. Someone the other day in school, in class, was going crazy over epic rap battles. I just can't get... I don't know, man. Like, they're
all like... You can tell it's the same writers doing it every time, because they all have, like, the same cadence and, rhythm.
No, I think they're really clever, but, like, at the end of the day, man, I can't help but feel like it's making fun of the culture. You know? Like, you would never watch, like, epic... operatic arias or epic opera, you know, it's just, I don't know.
Have you ever heard that 30-second epic song guy?
No. What's he doing?
Oh, dude, you need to hear this. This is, I mean, it's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
He does every song in 30 different styles.
Alright, that's kind of cool.
Like, he does, like, Rap God, and he's a rock artist. He's a punk rocker.
Yeah.
But I think he's like one of the most famous musicians on YouTube because of it.
Alright, that's cool. Wait, so when you say he does them in 30 seconds, what do you mean? He just rewrites them into like a 30-minute form?
Sorry, not 30 seconds. He does 30 styles over the course of the length of the normal song.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, but like, that's cool, but like, even at that point, dude, like, I don't know, is his music good, you know?
It's not as good, but it's completely different, right? Like, cause he'll like, rap, but his thing is actually like punk rock, so.
Alright, interesting.
So he'll like, in Rap God, he does Tech 9, he does like, and then he'll do like Michael Jackson, and then he'll jump back to another famous rapper.
So you're saying he raps like Tech Nine?
Yeah.
But he doesn't make rap music.
No, he's actually a really good rapper though.
I was gonna say, if you can rap like Tech Nine, dude, why are you not making rap music? Like, I'm not saying that's got to be his whole career, dude, but just like put together some tracks together, you know?
Yeah, he's actually such a like on point too with this.
Yeah. But he no, that's a good call on the curse words. I was looking for like an example of that in a release song, where someone uses a curse word, but it's the wrong thing to do.
I know one. Like, actually, there's a bunch. There's one by Flow Rider or CeeLo Green, and then there's one by Akon. There's one. I think they're both called "I Wanna Fuck You" or something.
Oh, the Akon. He's like, "I wanna fuck you, up in the club." That one.
Yeah, he's like, I would. Like, bitch, I'm trying not to be disrespectful, like that kind of shit.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or something like that. Oh my god, that's like so goddamn lame. Yeah, because once you say he's like, she's got a fat ass or something, it's like, oh my god. No, but like I was saying, do you ever listen to Jack's Mannequin?
No, I haven't heard him.
Yeah, he's he's an alt-rock guy, but this is coming from like the other side, you know? So rap is always aggressive. And you and I were talking about examples in rap where you not using a curse word is a good thing. But like from alt rock, like when you're trying to write, and alt rock, you know, like what I'm talking about, this Jack's Mannequin guy, it's not quite, I guess it's emo, you know, it's sort of emo. But at some points, you know, he uses curse words, but it's like the opposite. It's like, if you not using a curse word on this song is the right thing to do, him using a curse word in the context of a song that's like really nice and really pretty and like all this kind of shit, he uses a word like fucking or something, and it just stands out like a sore goddamn thumb. And again, I always go back to that one lesson we had where like we, or even the time last time where you switch from using succubus to witch. You know, it's just real simple stuff like that to really to make sure that like, you know, every painting isn't painted with the same colors, but they're all like the same type of colors, you know? They all have kind of the same feel to them. So I think even on this one, like, that's a really good example. I would have to look it up later, because all his songs run together. But yeah, so you're going to add a second part. I know that you're wanting.
I used to listen to, like, a ton of Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he also does, like, Styles of Beyond.
Yeah.
That band, but, like, yeah, I've never heard him swear before.
Yeah, and just some people are known for it, and some people I think like do it for branding purposes, and some people do it for artistic purposes. So like that Dino 5, a guy told me about it because he has kids, and he was saying that he really likes rap music, but he can't listen to his favorite rap with his little girl because it has all these curses in it. So he's had to go back and buy all of his favorite albums with the curses taken out, you know. And then he was telling me about this band, the Dino 5. Yeah, and something else about, I mean, there are a couple things. Let me just write in, real quick. The word wanting, to, the delivery at the end. 3, bring the second verse rhythm to the forefront. These are like these are some changes we might make that I want to talk about. I know, like the word wanting. Like, the word wanting. I know that you're wanting. So, like, one of the kind of standards you and I have been working off this whole time is that in order to assess your rap is, like, you saying stuff that you would actually say in real life, you know? And
yeah.
So that's kind of why we got rid of the word succubus and stuff like that. I know that you're wanting. Why did you choose the word wanting?
Well, I was thinking more like just the IN.
Yeah. I mean, you're obviously talking to you, right?
Well, like wanting instead of like wanting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. But why did you use the word want? You mean want? I mean, I know that you're wanting. Like, I'm just saying it my way. Like, I know. Why did you say wanting?
Oh, well, mostly because like it grabs attention. It's
Yeah,
kind of like, what are you talking about? What do I want?
yeah, and like I'm fully on board with you starting off the song this way, and I think this is extremely close to the first line you want. But and maybe you'll dismiss this as a quibble with your rap, but like I know that you're wanting. I know that you're wanting. Like just in English, wanting needs at least now it needs a direct object. Like when you use it in everyday conversation, and I'm just pulling you down this path to try and make your rap as realistic and in your face as possible. People don't really just say that they want, you know, but like
Yeah.
that's the sense of the word that you're going for. So you're expressing the right idea, but I'm not sure because you used to say people used to be able to use the word wanting in the way lacking, and that's the way I get the feeling that you want to use the word, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not saying
I guess you could also say,
you really mean like incomplete, right?
well, I kind of meant like longing.
Yes. Boom, there. Like hold on, I know that you're longing. But like that doesn't
Sounds kind of weird though.
no, you see, and this is why I think hold on. Just write down words that come to mind that you could replace wanting with. Like longing, wanting, yearning, burning, desiring, grabbing, missing. I know that you're hold on. Let me get a little thesaurus on this. Lacking.
And part of the choice for using the word was that I just like the way wanting in life sounds. So I thought, okay, that's a word I could repeat the punchline with the start of the next line, and then have like those three words together.
Wanting in life. Yeah, see, like I actually have no problem with the use of the word after you use it the first time. It's just that first time. So what I'm thinking here is like I've been saying this whole time, the word wanting is expressing the idea that you want, but it's just not necessarily the right word to express that idea. So honestly, it might just be I don't think we need a major rewrite of this though, but I think if I know that you're wanting, I know that you're. So that's 4 syllables before your first use of the word wanting, right?
Yeah.
I think if you change actually the syntactical structure of the sentence, then then the problem would be solved. And I think the way you can do that is not making it a full sentence, but just make it a list.
But I know that it's daunting, wanting in life for that moment. I know you got something.
I know that it's daunting. I mean, but like you wouldn't use the word. I don't know, man. No, like I don't know. Like
it's a third word.
yeah. And I mean, I really liked your delivery. So it's not your problem with the delivery. And to deliver daunting in a convincing way would be even harder than delivering wanting in a convincing way. I'm just saying, I think if you change the structure of this opening sentence to be a list instead of a full sentence, I think it could come off better. So, like, it could come off more naturally is really what I mean. So, like...
Okay. Would I change the start of the second verse as well? Because it's also the same format. So who really has it? Like, it's a short line?
Yeah. I mean, because if you... I know that you're wanting. You're longing and wanting. The longing and wanting. I mean, because I just think, like, in a weird way, if you used another semi-untraditional word right next to the semi-untraditional word you're already using, it'll make more sense. You know? So, What about, like, an opening like that? Like, the longing and wanting.
I don't know why, but longing just sounds weird to me. Maybe it's the LO sound?
Yeah, no, I mean, it stretches your mouth. like the longing and wanting. I mean, but at the same time, it's kind of like a parallel vowel sound, right? Long kind of sounds like want, and the tings obviously sound each other. Wanting and wanting, wanting and wanting, wanting. Wants and wanting. The wants and the wanting. Oh god, what a weird fucking word. Missing. I don't know. Jesus. You're the burning and wanting. What about like
Something,
the burning?
maybe something belonging.
What's that?
Actually, never mind. That wouldn't fit.
What, belonging?
Yeah, something about belonging. But then, like, the song is not really about that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yearning and wanting. I don't know. What about
Maybe
what about-
something forgotten.
forgotten and wanting? I mean, but like the thing about forgotten is like you haven't forgotten, you know? Like you remember just how much things kind of
I mean,
hurt.
like, replace wanting with forgotten, and then rewrite the line so it makes sense.
So-
Like, just
so-
scrap the whole line, and then something, This is not gonna work, but like if you were to say something like, have you forgotten?
Yeah, see, but like I'm trying to avoid that again. Like, have you forgotten? Like,
Or something that makes more sense, but like
yeah. No, I think you could go with that. But also, I think if you kind of like set a different.
I like how it's like 4 syllables, and it rhymes with all the syllables of
The next line.
"No, you got something," kind of forgotten. You got something.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I know that you're wanting. I know that you're incomplete. I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking for something that sounds more natural. So I think in a weird way, like I'm just trying to get away from what I don't know. Like I can't help but associate with like old English or like high English or like really polite English, you know. And it just
Maybe I haven't forgotten. Wanting in life for that moment, I know you got something.
Yeah, I mean that works for me. I haven't forgotten. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that would work well then. I haven't forgotten. No, I mean that's pretty strong. Because I feel like if you start off this song with those words, people will immediately know what you're talking about, even though you haven't told them. Even though you haven't even mentioned what might have been forgotten, you know?
Yeah, because the idea behind the line was like, oh, like, what have I forgot, or what am I wanting?
Yeah. So this is what you want, right? I haven't forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's tight then. And then that...
Actually, something that, now that I look at it, the second line also kind of bothers me. The second to third, because I go, I know you got something, I know I want something too. I mean, it changes the rhyme scheme, but like it's both the same word almost.
Yeah. So wait, what's the same word? You're rhyming the same word with the same word?
Yeah.
What?
Wanting in life for that moment, I know you got something. Trying is striving and writing, I know I want something too.
Yeah, no, see, but like you're only looking at it on the page, bro. Like that's your problem here. You're not hearing it in your mind. Because the reason I think this rap works so well is that, or what you're talking about, why that criticism, which might be applicable in most contexts, isn't here, because the flow isn't really about your rhymes, dude. Your flow is about the rhythms. So, like, it doesn't matter if you don't rhyme or not. Especially, like, if you start off the song in this way. Like, if this was the second verse, let's just say this first verse was the second verse, and your first verse had lots of strong, lined-up rhymes, then yeah, your criticism would be right. But since you're starting off the song in this musical way, not really this poetic rhyming way, I think it's completely okay. Because honestly, dude, I didn't even notice that. Because that's how strong your flow is. Like, how forward-moving it is. And that's what the triplets do. Like, the triplets move so quickly that they don't give you time to think about whether things rhyme or not. And if you've been following, I can kind of transcribe your rhythms in my mind as you rap. And the fact that those words don't really rhyme is obscured by how your sentences are structured. Because your sentences don't follow the bar line on this song really clearly. So, and that just means that rhymes aren't easily able to be compared. You know, because normally when people have long rhymes, they do this thing where all of the rhymes are at the end of the bar. And they do that so that you always know where the rhymes are. And then that makes their long rhymes stand out even more. But what you've done is you've ended your sentences sometimes in places that's not the end of the bar line. So then your rhymes are coming in different places, which automatically makes your rhymes less important and automatically makes your flow more important. You following me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, like, it's even good that your words line up in that way. Because, again, like, you don't really... I think people in rap in general focus too much on the rhymes. And, like, maybe that was important when Eminem was writing his greatest raps of all time in 2001, Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers. But now, since Eminem did rhyme so well, people have to figure out other things to do in rap. And who's the most famous rapper today but people like Young Thug, people like Chance, people who are known for their deliveries and their singing and not really their fucking rhymes, you know? No one would ever say Young Thug has great rhymes. And Chance can rhyme, and like Waka Flocka's blowing it up. I don't know why Gucci Mane is famous at all, but like, you know, that's just what I'm saying. Like, your musical flow, so you don't have to rhyme to create interesting rap. You just have to create connections that are there. So like the Fugees have this one line that I love, and maybe I've talked to you about it. Clean getaway like Alec Baldwin. Driving in my fast car, playing Tracy Chapman. Have I ever talked to you about this line?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, it's back to the same thing, you know? In that Baldwin doesn't rhyme with Chapman, but they're both two syllables, they both have the accent on the first word, and they sound kind of similar, right? So that's like what... It's the same idea being applied here. Like, your rhymes don't have to be the most interesting thing, but something has to be interesting, you know? You following me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I actually wouldn't change that at all, because I think if you did, it would distract away from your flow, which I really love on this song. So you're following this whole conversation, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that like your sentences don't line up with the bar line and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that's why, like, I don't think your rhymes are necessarily important here. Distributor, cylinders. I mean, like, you can see this everywhere already, right? Like, distributor doesn't really rhyme with cylinder, does it? But they sound kind of similar. And
that line kind of bothers me, too, to be honest.
Really? I see, man, but you've been... Here, then don't trust your conscious... On this one, for what we're talking about right now, don't trust your conscious mind, man. Trust your subconscious mind that wrote the song this way. You know?
Yeah.
Like, do you think
it's like you said before, like, just certain words that don't really, that stick out as a bit different. Cylinder is, like, the only one that really is...
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, but, like, cylinders, you're using it as a slang term, right?
Yeah, I meant, like, cigarettes or weed.
Yeah,
but
exactly. So, like, that's why, like...
thing.
So, like, if you use... I mean, dude, what else can you make... I mean, really, like, what else can you make slang out of except, like, untraditional words? Like, you guys in Vancouver don't say, like, brick, do you? Like it's mad brick outside?
No, not really.
Okay,
the bricks is cocaine.
Brick is what? Yeah, exactly. See, but, like, in New York, I don't say it. But I know in New York, they would say, like, it's mad brick outside. You know, and that means it's really fucking cold. But, like, brick isn't, like, a normal word, you know?
That's like snow.
Yeah. I mean, brick, I guess, I always thought of it as being, like, hard. Like, you know, like a brick, I don't know, man. I feel like every time I've picked up a brick, it's been cold. Maybe that's just, like, from the slang of it, but, like, it's just really...
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, you know, it's just really fucking hard. And that's like when you go outside and it's cold, don't you feel like you're kind of being like pressed down by like the wind or the snow, or like it's just like the cold is fucking like trespassing on your body, you know? That's always where I felt like brick came from. So it's like you can use untraditional words, uncommon words in slang terms, no problem. You know, I mean, all the kind of shit like that. Like ride. Like if someone says ride for car, it makes sense because you know they're talking about their car. But you would never say, like, I'm going to ride to the store. You know, you would say, I'm going to drive to the store. Because when you say ride, it's like you're on a fucking horse or something. And then it's untraditional. But when you use it in slang, I mean, I would just, like, it can't really be a coincidence that you wrote the whole song this way, you know? Not focusing on your rhymes, but privileging your flow. Yeah, like, I would just, like, when that's the case and it happens so consistently, then, like, that's just one of those pretty coincidences. And coincidence might sound dismissive, but, like, all the time, to make good art, you gotta be lucky. Not lucky. You have to have the breaks in your favor, might be the best way to put it. Like, you gotta get some coincidences. Like, I'm making this, there's actually this rapper, Sha, out of Toronto, who originally hit me up to help him, like, learn how to promote and stuff like that. And he's gotten pretty popular. He's got this one song, Payday, that has 68,000 songs. And it's actually, oh, it's at 78,000 now. But it's got 78,000 songs, and he originally brought me on to, like, help him learn about the freelancing industry or whatever. But now, like, I'm remixing this song. He gave me all the stems and shit. And it just worked out in my favor that when I took this song that I just sent you, it's at a BPM of 156. And I'm doing kind of like a noise, yeah, you don't listen to, like, post-hardcore shit, do you? Like, At the Drive-In and stuff like that?
I've never heard of them, but I listen to, like, everything.
Oh, do you? Okay, well, like, I wanted to take this At the Drive-In song, you know, post-hardcore, like, post-metal, shit like that. And this is the kind of remix that I'm doing for Sha over Payday. And what I'm saying when you need to get lucky or you need the coincidences is, like, it just so happened that the song I wanted to remix to combine with that Sha was actually at the exact BPM of Sha's Payday. You know, so I didn't have to transform the sample. I didn't have to have the sample sound weird, and I could just drop it right in, you know? And that's not, I don't really see it as luck, you know? I guess that, you know, they always define it as what? When hard work meets opportunity. But really, it's just setting up your rap in a way so that it's always maximizing its potential. That is, like, the long and short of it, you know? So that when these breaks can go your way, they always do, is the best way to think about it. But, I mean, I like your change to the start of the word, the wanting. I had two things. I was an addict. Climb it to the summit. I think in your second verse, there's this rhythm that I would really want you to bring to the forefront. And I was waiting for you to bring it to the forefront, and I think you did. Could you just rap the second verse real quick for me so I know which words it's on? It's da-da-da-da-da-da-da is how it goes.
Okay. My parents, my friends, my family, to blame it wasn't...
I was an addict.
My parents, my friends, my family, to blame it was a habit. Instead of just picking up steam and then climb it to the summit. Now hitting the pavement one day, hell, I swear I'm gonna run it.
Okay, yeah, it was... So you say my family to blame it was a habit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the rhythm on that line, it was a habit, I think is something you should bring more to the forefront in your verse. And more lines with that same rhythm. You know, and we talked a little bit about it last time, but it kind of seems like you took out some of those, like those quadruplet rhythms, you know, not all the triplet ones. Because last time it seemed like you had a lot more different rhythms. And we could have worked with them, but now I think because that rhythm will tie the whole verse together structurally. You know, how I was saying, like, your triplets drive the first verse. In this second one, your structure of the bars is a lot more fragmented, so you need something to hold it together, and the rhythm from It Was a Habit could do that. So I think if you took the rhythm from It Was a Habit and maybe put it on, like, Climb It to the Summit, Swear I'ma Run It, and maybe not rap the same rhythm all the time, but reference that rhythm, that would tie your second verse together better. Because some points in there, I was getting a little lost.
Watch the tractors plummet.
Yeah.
Is another one.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
This, I Swear I'ma Run It, I actually made that one shorter, so...
Yeah, and that's a fine break. then maybe just it was a habit and climb it to the summit. Climb it to summit. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you know, because before, like, I feel you on shortening swear I'ma run it. But, like, you have to establish the pattern before you deviate from it, you know? So if you go, like, it was a habit. Climb it to the summit. Swear I'ma run it. Then watch the tractors plummet. Then it makes more sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just asking you to standardize your rhythms. You down with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you don't even have to, like, again, you don't have to say the same rhythm, but if it was like dun 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 dun, then you could do like da da dun 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 dun, or like da dun 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 dun, or something like that, you know? But we're still getting basically the same rhythm, just not in the same form. And there was one more thing to talk about. Okay. Oh, the delivery at the end. So I really, like I said, I really liked your delivery on this, what you were doing here, but I thought your delivery over the song was, like, perfect. But then at the end, I wanted more action from your voice to go either higher up or lower down, but you didn't do it. So let me check it out. Excuse me, one more time.
It's just me, myself, and
Just,
I'm still listening.
okay.
I. So
The track is plumbing. Till then, elevated, now feel so elated, I'll watch the track is plumbing. Keeping it 100. Taking what I want to finish what I started, I'll become an artist. It all starts with.
Yo, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Just a quick note. I love that pause before 100. That's pretty badass.
Oh yeah, we were trying like 50 different ways to do it.
No, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100. With this ride of time, rhyme flowing line, while
Yeah,
driving
right
down
here.
the sea.
Right here is where I needed more action from your voice. And I'll tell you what that means in a second. But, like, okay, at 154. Alright, so at 154, make your voice go more up and down. Either more often or to a greater extent. And again, this is something you're going to have to play around with. But, like, if you imagine your voice here. Have you ever studied or looked up concepts of melodic contour?
No.
Okay.
But I think I know what you mean.
Yes, you probably almost definitely do. So, like, so if I were to draw a graph of your pitch, of the pitch of your voice on this song, it would kind of just be a straight line, right?
Yeah.
And, like, there's some up and down in there, but overall your voice sounds really straight. Like, just a clear line. And there are, and I should underline that this is, like, almost never happens. It's like Earl Sweatshirt, MF Doom, and that's it. But if you're not Earl Sweatshirt, around Doris and the album Earl MF Doom over his entire career, then your voice needs to move up and down more. So here is, like,
Does that a lot too.
who does?
Drake when he's not singing.
Oh yeah, but man, that's only because he's a shitty rapper, dog. He's not doing that. He's not doing that on purpose. But like, so here I wanted, like, the emotional, like, climax. Like, I wanted the explosion. Like, and that's what your pause before 100 sets up. Your pause before the words 100 is like a rupture that resets what the listener is hearing and prepares us to hear something new. But the thing is, you didn't give us it. So let me maybe just give you an
The
example.
sky, it's only me, by myself, and night time, rhyme flowing line, while driving down the sea, the sky, it's only.
Yeah, like, we needed more energy there. So maybe even, like, a higher dynamic, you know? Because I just feel like you're holding back. That's the problem. That's the problem when we get to this part. Is that your delivery in terms of, like, its loudness, where it is, how high or low it is, and how often it's moving up or down is really stayed, S-T-A-I-D. I don't know if that's how you say that. But, like, really, like, underselling it. And that's, like, clearly, like, yeah, sometimes in rap you want to do that, but, like, not at this point, you know, not at the climax of the song. Yeah, just a little more emotion, it's basically. But, like, the emotion in the actual content of your music. You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just, like, more, and it's your words, so I don't want to put them in my mouth right now. But, like, just, like, grinding time rhymes, flowing lines while driving down the sea, the sky, you know, like, more. You're almost there, which is why it's, like, kind of painful to hear, you know, because you're so close, and I have the feeling that you want to like go crazy like Kanye on "I Am a God," or even fucking dude Eminem's. I've been going over Marshall Mathers LP 2. That do you know that album?
Yeah.
Yo, that motherfucker became an even better rapper. I had this long, long for me is like 4 or 5 tweets, but like, I had this long rant. Dude, Eminem makes me want to quit talking about rap, dude, because I just will never understand what he's doing. Like, that's how good he is. He's just like, he understands every aspect of it. So, you know, like, I kind of divide rappers into their abilities as, like, storytellers or musicians or poets or social commentators. Like, Mos Def is a social commentator. A$AP Rock is a poet. Kendrick is a social commentator. You know, but, like, Eminem just does all that shit, man. He just does all that shit, and it makes me want to quit.
Have you heard the campaign speech yet?
Yeah, dude, I got halfway through it. I turned it off.
I did too. It wasn't that good, to be honest.
Really? I thought it was awesome. I turned it off because it was
how he started. Like, he used the same vocal rhythm and
too much
tone for after the first, like, because I listened to like 5 minutes, so
the whole thing.
Like 5 minutes of that, I was like, okay, you need to switch it up a little bit.
Does he keep it going?
The whole time.
Really?
Like,
hold on.
Yeah. And then it just stops. And then it goes up and it stops. And my friend's like, I'm getting annoyed now. Like, I am a little bit.
Alright, let's do a deep dive on it's just called Campaign Speech, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, I was hoping before the end, can we go over, do you know that song Golden a Pager?
Little bit of, oh my god, by the Cool Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's fucking awesome. Yeah.
I wanted to go over the delivery of this. I think it's, some dude in the second line does a really good job, but
okay,
yeah.
all right, hold on. Let me hear this real quick.
Something's off, but when Dustin Hoffman's dressing up in your mummy costume on stage dancing.
See, what I know about this song that you might not realize is that Eminem is doing things that he can only do because there is no beat. Like, think of this as like a LA Leakers freestyle. Like, do you remember all that stuff we talked about with Logic? Oh, you pointed it out to me. You know how Logic started his bar early?
Yeah.
On the LA Leakers freestyle? Eminem is doing all kinds of shit like that on this song. And that's why I loved it. Because Eminem realized that you don't have to do that kind of shit freestyle. Or no, you don't have to do that kind of shit a cappella. You can do it in a studio. You just can't have a beat behind you. Which is what I loved about it. So like right there, he did
a one similar one on I think it's BET or he has like an Eminem freestyle, and it sounds exactly the same rhythm and tone wise too. This is why I kind of like.
Oh really? Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Like right here.
Rain Man's is something's off, but when Dustin Hoffman's dressing up in your mummy costume on stage dancing to Brain Damage, what's the problem?
See, like right there, his voice is the only thing that's defining the bar. Because there is no. So it's almost like, you know, because normally the beat. It's not that every bar in rap has to have 4 beats. It's just that the musical accompaniment, the drum set in almost every rap song has 4 beats to it. But if that drum set's not there, then what defines the bar is the next most important musical idea. And in rap, that is always the musical verse. So what I loved about Campaign Speech is that the length of Eminem's lines are not just defining the length of the lines, they're defining the length of the bars, because they're the most important idea. So you wanted a little bit of golden. Yeah, you following me on that?
Yep.
Yeah, alright, cool. Little bit of gold. Dude, I love this goddamn album. What is this, Gone Fishing?
I haven't heard the rest of the album, actually. I only heard a couple of their songs.
With a little bit of gold
or is it flossed out? Wait. Golden Pages, right? Yeah, dude, yo, this album is sick, dog. Get the whole fucking thing. Oh, what line is it? Did you send it to me? What'd you just send me?
Oh, that was the wrong link I sent you.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were talking about earlier, the guy who does stuff in different styles.
Yeah, what was the line you liked?
It's just a slew of rhymes.
Play home, bro. I made those and those. I saved those and these. I take those and wear them like I made those. Even if I don't, cuz I'll take those like that. Put them in my knapsack, snap the top latch. 4-finger ring on my belt buckle strap. Got a hold of my jeans cause they falling off my ass. Then you gotta check these Nikes at the bottom of my pants. Then you gotta check my hip cause my beeper's on blast. Just got it activated, you ain't even gotta ask. So if my phone's off, you can page my...
Yeah, like...
I think it was the second verse.
Second verse? Okay, yeah, just let me know what part you want to talk about. Or I could even... Yeah.
Be blessed with this gift since Christmas.
Alright, hold on.
With a new pair of shoes with the gum so posed for the glass picture. And I flick like a glass fixture when the tip of your finger hits the switch. So, with a little bit of go, Motorola page, a fresh haircut, clean shave with the razor. It's a sickness with God is my witness. Been blessed with this gift since the day before Christmas.
I
am nice with the sign.
See, like, alright, so, like, you gotta, I don't know, this is just how I group all rappers, okay? There are the rappers who all engage basically with the same materials. And then there are the rappers who are so unique that you can't compare them to anyone. So, like, the same ones is, like, 99% of people. And that's, like, everyone from Earl Sweatshirt to, like, Eminem to fucking, like, Drake to Kanye. And they're rappers... That type of rapper, like, they all talk to one another, and they all use the same kind of things, like rhymes and shit like that. But then the unique ones are people that you can't understand using traditional rubrics or grades based on rhymes, poetry, beats, any of that. Because they all combine them into a style that is so unique, you can't compare it. And that's like MF Doom, that's like A$AP Rock, and actually, I think the Cool Kids fall into that. Like, you know how MF Doom is just so different from anything you've ever heard that people don't even try to imitate him because it would just be a bad imitation, you know? And A$AP Rock's like the same fucking way. Like, yeah, I'm not saying that they don't focus on rhymes or poetry, but I'm just saying they've picked the most untraditional aspects of all of those different segments of rap that you can't compare them. Like, A$AP Rock's vocabulary combined with his, like, it's really like A$AP Rock belongs here because his really complex vocabulary, his deep rhythmic trailing, like he raps really behind the beat, his complex rhythmic subdivisions, and then what would you even say, like his sacred imagery, like his sacred poetic imagery is maybe the best way to say it. Like all of that combined in A$AP Rock just has no comparison to anything else, man. No one else is out there rapping about fucking spokes and, like, wheels, and I don't even know what that motherfucker's talking about. But, like, it's so different, you have to look at the style all at once. Think of it like that. These rappers are rappers whose styles you have to understand all at once in order to judge them as whether they're good or bad. So, like, maybe it was you, but maybe it was a different student. Like, I gave this whole breakdown of why MF Doom's style worked, and how if you change any one aspect of MF Doom's style, he sounds like a fucking idiot. Because it's his long rhymes. But his long rhymes are only possible because his stories don't make sense. But it doesn't come off as, what do you call it? Corny, because his beats, the beats he makes, his beats are like kind of purposefully corny. You know? Like they're like pulled from like odd jazz, like movie interludes. Or like, I'm thinking of like the Food album. Like Vomit Spit, you know? But if you change any one of these parts, like if he had to write stories that made sense, he couldn't use long rhymes because he's just not as good a rhymer as Eminem, you know? And you could say like, oh well, it's corny that his stories don't make sense, but then his beats don't make sense either. So they all support each other in the same way. And the Cool Kids work in the same fucking way. Because the only reason, so this is the line you really like, right? The reason you like this, I mean,
wondering is,
yeah.
Is it possible to write that rhyme with a different rhyming sound? Because I've tried, and I can only ever do it with that ESS sound. Like, witness me rip this, I'm down with the sick, like that, just like that kind of...
I mean, my inclination, my first answer is no. And that has to do with how different syllables affect your rhythm, right? So people always, well, let me start with this. People divide rap into rap poetry and rap music, right? But really, you can't do that. Because there's certain syllables that you can't have certain rhythms on, right? So let's just take the word like wit. It is impossible to hold out the syllable, which is apparently part of the poetry, but you can't hold out the word wit. You can't hold out its rhythm, right? You can't say like wit, because you don't know what word I'm saying. But if you wanted to say like smooth, then you would, because you'd be like smooth. But that T sound, that ending T sound, which I think is called a fricative in linguistics, it cuts it off. It cuts off the sound, you know. But smooth, it's not a labial. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a labial sound. Are ones that you can hold out, you know. So what I'm saying is that like witness is just one of those syllables whose really limits the amount of rhythms you can put on it. So no, I think you're right. I don't think you could change it around, you know, because you can't really say like witness or like, you know, witness. Like it's really like, say it like smoother. Say the word smoother.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying say the actual word smoother for now.
Oh, witness.
Yeah, no, dude, the word smoother, dog. Smoother. Say it.
Smoother.
Yeah. Okay, so smoother is how you say it, right? And there's no break between the syllables. But now say witness.
Witness. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
There's a break there, isn't there?
Copy.
And that's because your tongue cuts off the airflow. And that's why you hear that rhythmic thing. As God as my witness, you know? Like in music, in normal instruments, there are these things called legato playing, and then there's this thing called staccato playing. And legato is smooth when you run all the notes together, and staccato is when like, like when you play them like that, you know? And syllables basically function for that way in your melodies. But rappers don't think of it like that often. Because the connection just isn't as apparent there. So witness does, like, you want to know why this line works? Because he's taken advantage, the rapper has used tons of syllables who have their airflow constricted. So it comes across as really choppy, and it comes across as really rhythmic, is what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's a sickness, but God is my witness, been blessed with this gift since the day before Christmas. You know, it's all got that articulation flow. It's all got that staccato feel to it, and the cool kids are like that unique way. Because, dude, name a group whose beats sound like the Cool Kids. Like, you just can't. You know, unless you were to go back to Eric B. and Rakim. Like, their beats have, like... What's that?
I said probably, like, something 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
90s.
Like, their beats have, at most, like, 3 ideas. It's, like, a snare, a bass kick, and a synth bass. You know? And it's, like, that's all you get. And it's like they're mixed, they don't feel, their panning is really restricted. Like they either put them all the way to the side or all the way in the middle. They don't make any effort at all to blend them together either with compressors or reverb. No compressors or reverb. So it sounds...
What do you mean by panning?
What?
What do you mean by panning?
Oh, it's just the direction in the ear.
Oh,
so if you put it on the left ear, you call that pan left. If you put it on the right, you put it on pan right. You know.
Oh. Okay.
So like
left right balance.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And all of so that's how you get their beats. And the reason that rhyme comes across, like, dude, this is a sick line. Don't get me wrong, but like, how many lines does Eminem have that is way better than that line? You know?
Yeah.
But, so why do you think this, and this is a question for you, why do you think this rhyme stands out so much? What have they been doing up until this point?
They've been doing a lot of legato.
Well, yeah, but in terms of rhymes, up until this point, have they had a lot of rhymes or no?
No.
Exactly.
pack them all into one space.
Exactly. So that's what makes this stand out more. I mean, dude, just look at where that line comes. It comes like almost exactly 3/4 of the way through the song, which is
And
exactly.
the beat changes while he's saying it too.
Yeah, and it's like that's like exactly where a climax is supposed to come, you know. So almost this whole song functions just to set up this one line. And to their credit, they got you and me talking about it for like 15 minutes, so it fucking worked out, you know. It's like I mean, that's why I'm so sad that these dudes broke up, Chuck English and Mikey Rocks, because even Chuck English's verse, he knew exactly what to do. He was like, all right, I'm gonna just play it cool. I'm just gonna make these people feel like they're fucking cool as shit. I mean, because I love the name of the band, dude. They are the Cool Kids, because their music is just that cool. Like, there's no other word for it, man. Swag, swagger, whatever you want to say. But, like, he just plays it cool. He references a whole bunch of cool fashion stuff and items to have and accessories. And then Mikey Rocks just comes in and, because it's not just the rhyme. I mean, blessed with this gift since the day before Christmas. Like, that's a punchline, too, you know? And it's just when you combine one punchline with that awesome rhymes that's been set up over 2 minutes, which might not sound like a long time, but which is, and then it just comes down after this. Like, the rest of the song is just, like, fucking wrapping it up, man. It's just like, alright, let's get out of here. So yeah, that's why that works. You following me on that?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Damn. This was a good class.
Yeah.
Anything,
I'm gonna try and finish Sucker for Pain, so I got something to work on next week. And
yeah. Well, yeah, that's cool. And I mean, yeah, I gave you some small stuff to rework it. But honestly, like I said last time, like I think that's some of the best stuff like you've ever written. And now it's just like a matter of putting all of your artistic creativity, putting in a single direction, you know, in the direction of musical flow, rather than weakening it by putting it in multiple directions like flow and rhymes and that kind of thing. But yeah, man, yeah, that's pretty tight shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one.
Yeah. To be honest, man, I was looking forward to what you came up with for a third verse, because I think if you did a third verse here, like the homework thing we did last time worked really well. So I mean, not that I could, but like I won't make you write a verse. But if you write a third verse, I would challenge you. Oh, make it the second verse. Make it the second middle verse, but do it with no triplets. Try to do that. No triplets at all.
Oh, so you're saying like write a version of the second middle verse with no triplets?
Yeah. So the first.
Or you're
verse,
saying put the second verse as the third and then.
Yes, yeah, that. I'm sorry. Add a new verse.
The length of the instrumental for the third verse, it goes back to chorus and the instrumental changes, so it's like 8-bar max.
Oh, really? Oh. Well, see, but that's just an odd way to end the song for me, because I really liked what you had. Like, the rough draft you brought to me last time had a lot of duplet rhythms, not triplets. Like, duplet's the opposite of triplet. But it sounds like that's an odd way. I don't know, maybe you could make it work. Here, then, like, yeah, just write. Then I was thinking you would rearrange the song structure. But if you do a third verse, 8 bars, no triplets, only duplet rhythms, I'd be interested to see if you could make that work. Because I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it could work.
That's what I was thinking as well.
But I mean, yeah, just give yourself a challenge, you know?
Just gonna send you like what he did on it.
Okay. I mean, did he do anything like special or cool?
He changed it up a little bit. The time is 2:58.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta go in 2 seconds too, because I got a lesson, or I'm teaching another lesson at 5:32. Oh, yo, I did want to talk to you real quick. And maybe we'll open this up with the next lesson. But yo, so as my newsletters have been saying, yo, I'm getting a new website, and a section of this website is gonna be about all the lessons I teach. And right now it's about you and maybe 6 or 7 other people pretty regularly. But you're like my #1 student from day one. So this section of the website about the people I'm working with, you know, and I'm not going to call you like students or anything or like something like that, because I don't really see it like that. But like I want you to like headline it. I want you to be like, I want this page of the website to like promote you and shit. So like it's not just... Yeah, so it's not just that, like, oh, here's this guy Austin, and he pays me money to teach him rap or something. That it's like, yo, there's this guy Austin, he's getting better every fucking week, and you should listen to his music. So, like, you know, I want your picture on there, like links to your social media, your songs on there, some of these lessons, but mostly your music as you've already made it. So, over the next week, think about what you... I mean, you're down for something like that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, yeah. Like, think about what you would want that to look like. And I mean, like, actually look like. Like, my goal is for it to create fans for you, people who like your music and will buy your music. So I would just want your ideas on how we can make that happen.
Okay.
All right?
I got a few links. I can link them to my SoundCloud and stuff.
Okay, yeah, cool. But just let me know if you have... Yeah, like, send me your links and stuff like that. But also, like, any ideas for the section you have itself. Like, ask a question or, like, give... Like, maybe something just small and cool, like, send Austin a text with a word that you want him to rhyme off of. And then you'll rhyme off the word and text back. Like, cool stuff like that. You feel me? Yeah. Yo, what time is the timestamp for this third verse? Yeah, I think I got it. See, he did take this slow.
Having dreams that I'm folding cake. All my life I've been told to wait, but I'ma get it now. Yes, no debate. Yeah.
Just flips the whole song, and then he moves on to, I think that's doubles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Yeah, so why don't you try something like that?
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah, I did that. I copied that kind of for the very last line.
No, yeah, man, that was smart. That's exactly what you gotta do, man. It's, T.S. Eliot said, mature poets don't imitate, they steal. And, I mean, to a certain extent, that's completely right, you know? Yeah, so, alright, cool. Let's talk about the website more next time, then. You want to meet next Saturday?
What's the next Saturday? The 5th, yeah?
Yeah, down 4 o'clock. Alright, sweet, man. Yeah, I gotta run to this other lesson, though.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll hit you up and just think about that little bit of homework. 3rd verses, 8 bars, only duplet rhythms, alright?
Okay. Yeah, give that song a look if you get a chance.
Wait, which one?
The Rap God one?
Oh, the rocker one? Yeah, I'll check it out. It sounds interesting. Yeah, I will. I'll hit you up later, alright, man?
Okay, see ya.
Alright, peace, Austin. Later, dog.
Peace.